Hey Manda, this is Mike with Real Life Photography. Thanks for sending me a couple of photos to try out the Sven presets on. Um, I really like doing this for people so that they don't end up wasting a bunch of money on presets that maybe just don't fit their style. Sometimes they don't. I mean, I've got a ton of presets that I've seen them on other people's images, and I mean they're awesome. It just doesn't fit. It didn't fit my style when I purchased them. I thought they would, and they didn't. So anytime I can do some of these videos, it makes me happy. So maybe people don't waste their money on things that maybe don't fit their style. Now with that said, I tend to edit pretty warm and kind of dark, uh, and for me, these presets are perfect for that. So just keep that in mind. Uh, you might see something on here that you would do completely different, and that's fine. I mean, it's completely subjective, but and then the second thing is I want to tell you is my kids are acting a little crazy. It's getting close to bedtime. Well, it's past bedtime, but I wanted to squeeze in this video real quick. So if they come in here shouting, I apologize. I'll pause it and I'll come right back. So first things first, we're going to do all of our editing in Lightroom. I do some editing in Photoshop. I like the crop tool better in Photoshop. And then I like to work with layers and move things around and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of this, I'm gonna do this completely in Lightroom, and just know that you can use these same presets or the Adobe Camera Raw presets. You get both if you buy the pack. So the first thing I like to do is go through. You get 10 presets here. The last two are black and white, and I start just kind of clicking on each one to kind of see which one is a good base to start with. Know that I'm completely biased to preset number 1. It's my favorite one. So, and I really like what these are doing. I mean, it's just warming everything up and making it kind of high contrast between that one. So this has a nice, it has a tint of blue in here, but I think it's going to go away a bit if I warm it up. Nope, I'm not going to go with that one. So we're going to reset. We'll come over here. And I think we are going to end up, I don't know. Number 3 is nice too. We'll do number 3. Just know that I just really wanted to go back to number 1. So I'm going to take out some of this negative space down by her foot. Probably drag this over just a little bit. Now, I'm not the world's greatest cropper, just FYI. That's one of the things I've been working on. I've been reading Karen Ozdek. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but I have her ebook, and it's capturing imagery with purpose. I went to her workshop that was capturing imagery with purpose. Bought her ebook, which is Everyday Composition, and it is excellent. I mean, she goes through a bunch of different things on things to think about while you're taking your photograph and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to get stronger. I feel like I've already gotten stronger from where I started maybe a couple weeks ago. But I recommend the book. I wasn't planning on plugging that, but it's an excellent book. So I just dropped the grain out, and that's just personal preference. The presets come with pretty high grain. They're pretty grainy. Sometimes you want a little bit of grain in them, and that's fine too. Sometimes I just want to drop it down or completely get rid of it. Especially if I make a significant crop like I just did, I'll go ahead and drop the grain down significantly, because otherwise it looks way too big and not authentic at all. So I'm happy. I mean, this is a gorgeous sky. Maybe just crank up the saturations of the blues and the aquas just a little bit and drop down. Yeah, I like this picture. This is right up my alley. And then the next thing I do, I'd take it into Photoshop and try to get rid of some of this red over here. And I think I cropped out the other piece right here. There's another one right here. I'd get rid of it. I guess you can use the spot brush or whatever it is over here, spot removal. I don't ever use this, so we'll see how it is. See how it does. How did it go? Hey, it did pretty good. So we'll just go with that. But I like this. I think this turned out really nice. I mean, it was all minor tweaking. And any preset, you're going to have to tweak it a little bit. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. Now, not one. The lighting scenarios in every photograph are going to be a little bit different. So you always need it. You always have to tweak a little bit, regardless of which ones you select. All right. So this is the next one. Crop this down. Crop it down a little bit more. I think that's just going to be the way it is. Oops. I don't have a whole lot of choice just because we're limited on space down here on how I would actually crop this. So I'm just going to leave it at center point focus. And actually, I'm just going to back out and we'll do it at original aspect or the original ratio. Let's just reset. So we'll just leave it there. Let's flip it horizontal. I think I like that better. There's no words or anything on her clothes, and I don't see any words anywhere else, so it doesn't really matter if I flip it that way. All right, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to start with number 1, and I can already tell you that I'm liking number 1. Number 2, a little bit more green than I like. Number 3 is probably my second favorite. 4, I kind of like 4 too. The only thing I don't like about 4 is she already has some pinks here. All this is pink. And it added more pink to her skin, which, I mean, like I said it before, it's all personal preference, but I just personally wouldn't select that one. And then I'll give you a little preview of what the black and whites look like. This one's a little lower contrast, and then this one's a little bit higher contrast, which I like them both. I think I'm going to go with number 3. Let's go back and forth again. Oh, man. It's tough decisions. We'll go with 3. All right. I'm going to warm it up a little bit. Drop the highlights down just a little bit. How nice. This is off subject, but I really like how this road curves around here. It would be so awesome to place her somewhere right down here where this curve is and then shoot wide enough to catch the curve and have the curve lead you into her. But I just wanted to just throw that out there. I just noticed it over here. All right. Let's see. Crank up the oranges just a little bit and then take them back down just to kind of see where they're moving. I think I'll just leave them probably about right where they were. Yellows, just tone them down just a little bit. The greens are going to come down. And I think I'll get rid of the grain completely on that. So there you go. I think I'm happy with that as well. It's really cute. It's a cute photograph. Like I said, I really like these presets. I don't mind spending time to show you guys, what the presets themselves can do. Just because I've wasted so much money. You can see all my presets over here. Blissful Maven, Don and Helen, Kayla, and Karen. Karen gave me this actually, and I used them for some youth association photos. She gave them to me when I completed her capturing imagery with purpose workshop, LXC, and then so on and so forth. You can see I've spent a ton of money, and it seems to be these are the ones for the past 2 months since I bought them that I tend to use them almost on absolutely everything, with the exception of sometimes when it's indoors, I'll use Portra from, I'm sorry, wrong one. Portra 160 from the Push-Pull collection. And you can see, let's push it. I just want to push it and see what it looks like. Let's get rid of that. See, and that's not a bad looking preset for this as well. I'd have to do a little bit more tweaking to get it to about where I want it to be. just a little bit oversaturated for my taste. But as you can see, I mean, you can make these presets. I mean, you can create your own preset and do exactly the same thing, but it is a lot faster and consistent to just use a preset. All right, well, I'm going to get the kids to bed. I appreciate you letting me edit a few of your images. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message on Facebook. You can visit my website. There's a contact me place on there, or you can visit me at my photography page as well. Trying to get to 1,000 likes, so if you can, if you haven't liked my page, go ahead and like my page, please. But it really was a pleasure. I appreciate you sending me the photos to do and letting me create this video. I hope you have a good night and a happy Thanksgiving.